And all of a sudden, we're surrounded by about 500 people.
Wow.
And we're driving 1 mile an hour. We were in their area.
Was anybody like looking right at you?
Yeah, they were doing that.
Oh my gosh.
That scared me.
Pocket Party.
And we're back. Hey, everybody, it's your host, Darren Carter, the party starter. Welcome back to the Pocket Party Podcast with my guest, John DiResta.
Yeah, thank you, Darren. Thanks for having me again.
Hey, you're very welcome. Very, very, very well. Dude, you look very healthy and you look fantastic.
I was told today from a woman with a sweet ass that I looked more handsome and skinnier. And then someone else today in a text said, I look like George Clooney.
Wow.
And I wrote, George Clooney looks like me.
Ooh, I like that. Pound it.
Thank you.
Can you take off the glasses?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Guys, so here's the deal. John DiResta had to have a kidney transplant
24 days ago.
24 days ago, as of this taping, and he's up and about. He's been cleared to drive. He's out and about, and
went to Venice Beach.
Yeah, Venice
Worked
Beach.
on my bronze.
So let's build up to it. So you know that there's a happy ending. All right. So build up to it. So tell us.
About 3 years ago, I was napping 2 or 3 times a day. Like I had to pull over to the side of the road and find some shade.
Yeah.
Just to nap. I would put my seat in my pickup truck back, and after the second time, I was woken up by the LAPD. What are you doing here? Are you drunk? Are you high? I said, no, I just need a nap. I went to a doctor. Then he said, you got to go to a kidney doctor. And the kidney doctor said, you have to get a biopsy. So I went to a hospital, and dude, it's pretty primitive. They go through your back, your side fupa. They just stick like a metal rod right through everything, and they stick it in your kidney and take a little of the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Wow.
It gets worse. This is 3 years ago. The doctor says you're going to stay in this hospital for 3 days, and we're going to test this. And there's 3 things that could be wrong. You could have AIDS. You could have bone cancer. So now the odds aren't good. That's 66%.
Yeah.
Or you could just have a bad kidney.
Yeah.
3 days went by. Laid in the hospital, ate hospital food, watched sports. And he opened the door on the 3rd day, and I saw in his eyes, I said, this son of a bitch is going to tell me I have AIDS and cancer. That's the way he looked at me.
Wow.
And he said, Mr. DiResta, I have good news and I have bad news.
You're like, I don't like that part. I like the good. Yeah,
I didn't like the way he looked.
Yeah, the good news or bad part. He might be like, good news is we're going to have surgery. The bad news is you got all 3. You know what I mean? You don't know where this is going.
You got good news and bad news. I said,
Wow.
Lay it on me. He said, the good news is you don't have AIDS and you don't have cancer. The bad news is both your kidneys are pretty much done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to start dialysis tomorrow.
Mm.
So I don't know if you know, because Brian Holtzman was like, how did I not know? How come nobody knew? It was no big deal. I just didn't think anyone needed to know.
So you'd go to dialysis
3 days a week.
3 days a week.
You go from 6 a.m. to 9:30. You sit in a reclining chair. It's pretty comfortable. However, it's very noisy. There's a lot of customers. So I had a guy that had Tourette's and sounded like, like for 4.5 hours.
Everybody loves dialysis.
Yeah. That's funny. And they stick 2 huge needles in your arm. One that takes blood out, one that puts... So imagine 3 days a week.
Yeah.
You know when you get a blood test and you're like, ooh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Imagine a needle that's 15 times bigger.
Wow.
It stays in, for the 2.5 hours.
Do you start noticing dialysis places around the more?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember my hotel... once you told me you were getting dialysis, I was on the road somewhere and I looked out the hotel window. I'm like, hey, there's one of those dialysis places.
And I did, I did in 3 years, I probably did 10 road gigs.
Yeah.
Where you stay for a weekend. And I never got dialysis in another place. I always came home.
Yeah.
I stayed 2 days and came home 2 days. And in late November, I did Governor's. And I was like, I got a little cute. The flight, 2 days after the gigs were done, was $89. JetBlue, LAX, JFK. And I stayed the extra 2 days. I got home, I felt fine, and about a day later, I was knocking stuff over. I was banging into stuff. I'm like, and for 2 days, 2 full days, I went outside to my car at 5 a.m. to dialysis, and it was raining, and I had a notebook and a glass bottle of Yoo-hoo. You follow?
Yeah.
And I slid down the stairs.
Uh-oh.
While I'm doing it, I'm like, ankle or knee is going to break. Then I fall forward into my pickup truck, into the glass window with the bottle of Yoo-hoo smacked against the window. So I'm lucky my hand wasn't jacked up or my eye.
Yeah.
Because it was a big, heavy glass.
And it's not even worth it. I don't like Yoo-hoo. You ever drink Yoo-hoo?
I like Yoo-hoo.
You like it?
I'm off it now.
Okay.
No Yoo-hoo, no pot, no cigars.
Okay,
so,
good.
okay.
Yeah. No offense to any Yoo-hoo people out there. It's free at the Flappers Comedy Club.
Oh, okay.
They actually have a room. They call it the Yoo-hoo room, and they give you like Yoo-hoos.
Oh, I never thought of that.
So I'm like, oh, look, cool, free. It's chocolate like milk. It tastes like brown water. I'm not into Yoo-hoo. But
No, believe it or not, I like Yoo-hoo.
Did you grow up on it or something?
Yeah. And
that must be the case.
And
'cause-
Nestle is
Yeah.
wrapped in a plastic that you have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a whole label off.
Yeah.
Okay. So about a day later, and I was like short of breath, and I'm like, something is fucking wrong. And I even went to dialysis, one time. All of a sudden, I was like, I need to go to the hospital right now. I go, and they put that little thing on your finger when they check in, and you think it's nothing.
Yeah.
The guy puts it on my finger, and he goes, my friend, you're in very deep trouble. He said, we have to get you to ICU immediately. My O2, if it's below 90, it's dangerous. My O2 is 65.
Ooh.
It's like being at the top of Mount Everest for 24 hours without supplemental oxygen.
Yeah.
So water was I didn't get dialysis, so water built up in my body.
Yeah.
And let's just say you suck in, 20 units of oxygen on every breath. I'm sucking in 6.5 units.
Wow.
And it goes to your brain. I was told I had 1 hour and my body would have shut down.
Whoa.
So, get back to the kidney.
Yeah.
About a year into the dialysis, Sabrina fully tested.
Yeah.
Took a year. She passed. But they said to her, if you want to have a baby, sometime in your life, we highly advise you don't do this kidney thing. So she backed out. Then Matt stepped forward. Matt volunteered.
That's your son?
Matt is my son, 36 years old.
Yeah.
And we kind of like, he had a bit of a drug problem, in and out, a lot of arrests. So it was a ghetto kidney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way to, it's a ghetto kidney.
It wasn't like a young, I pump iron, I eat nothing but vegetables.
No.
It's
It was, It had tattoos on it when they took it out. It was wrapped in barbed wire, 1982.
Wow. What did the tattoo say on his kidney?
No, it was just a barbed wire. Went around
Okay,
it.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Matt does the test for a year. And I said, look, if we do a GoFundMe, you get a slice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll do a business.
So he passed with flying colors.
It took about a year
to find out if it was compatible.
And it was compatible.
Yeah.
And on 3/27, we went in, and 5 hours later, I had his kidney in my body. But do you know they leave your 2 kidneys in? So now I have 9 toes, 3 kidneys, and no ass.
So you have 3 kidneys in you.
I have 3 kidneys.
Wow. So going into it, you were, what were you thinking? Like, man, this is a big deal. Like,
It is a big deal.
Did you reach out to people? Like, okay, I'm going in for this kidney surgery.
I did a GoFundMe, so everybody knew now. Everybody
Yeah.
knew. And Howard Stern always says, not everyone that goes into a hospital comes out. And how your mind can go, we live in L.A. There's what in L.A.? Earthquakes.
Yeah.
What happens if you're on the 10th floor of a building and it's a bad earthquake?
Yeah.
What do they say? We'll be back?
So why don't you try to schedule it for the first floor?
It's not my call.
That's true. I know. You get
So watch this. If you ask me, was I worried? I've been in surgery like 3 or 4 previous times. This is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And I did my homework, and the odds of it working out were very high.
Nice.
And I kind of almost didn't have much time to worry. They put me with the hat and the gown, and did the blood test, and okay, get on this gurney. And next thing I know, I'm in an operating room, but there's stacks of stuff in the corner. I felt like I was in a storage room, but it had the bright light.
Yeah.
And they pulled me in on one bed, and they said on 3, and I said, do I have to scooch over? 3, 2, 1. Before they answered, like 4 people picked up my blanket and moved me. It was fun.
Wow.
I didn't have to.
Yeah.
And I must have laid there for about 10 seconds. I guess I had an IV, and they must have.
Yeah.
I laid there for 10 seconds, tried to get maybe one joke out about the situation. The next thing I knew, I woke up, and my 2 daughters were at the end of my bed. It was 5.5 hours later.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And
Yeah.
then-
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I don't know if it's called a coma,
yeah.
but it was horrible.
Were you-
I thought of your
Yeah.
stand-up act for 5 hours. No, go ahead. Ask a question.
Were you thinking like when going into it, you're like, okay, I'm going to come out. We're going to both be laid up in the bed here at the house. And like, maybe it'll be like 8 weeks before I can.
Yeah. Oh, watch this. The biggest thing I worried about more than me dying was if I lived and Matt passed away. I'd feel bad, for a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. No, you know what I mean? That could happen.
Yeah.
So we both lived. That was good news. And it hurt really bad. It hurt bad because they put a big cut in your body.
Yeah.
And so for about 3 or 4 days, I couldn't cough. I couldn't clear my throat.
Yeah.
When you go...
And you couldn't laugh either.
I couldn't laugh. So I watched a lot of your I Like My Women.
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, pound it.
Thank you. Yeah.
And,
did you...
No,
watch
watch
women
this.
like I like mine.
It hurt really bad. I couldn't get out of bed in the hospital. I was afraid if I had to go number 2 to even... But then, dude, by day 1 or 2, they give you a walker, and you have to walk. Like, you can't say no. You have to walk like 10 feet. Next day, you walk 18 feet.
I like my women like I like my kidney surgery, lasting 5.5 hours.
It's funny. No. And it hurt the incision.
Let me ask you a question. But where is a kidney? Is it...
it's...
Because they say a kidney punch. Isn't that like in your lower back?
Well, you're funny. You'll be the 4th person to ask, was it through the back? And that never entered my mind. I have a scar right here.
It's in the front.
It's in the front.
Yeah.
And it's shaped like a curve.
Like a kidney.
I don't know. I guess that's funny. But here's the rub.
Yeah, it's in the front by your leg or by your lower belly,
like your lower belly, side of the pube patch.
Yeah.
And here's the funny part. I didn't look at it for like 18 days.
You didn't even want to see it.
I didn't want to look at it. Because I thought it was going to be scabs.
Was there stitches? Were there stitches?
Well, dude, don't rush the joke.
Sorry.
So about 3 or 4 days ago, I finally looked.
Yeah.
I almost couldn't find it.
Wow.
There was no stitches,
they dissolve?
no staples.
Is it the dissolving stitches?
Yeah, they must dissolve.
Wow.
You know what it looked like? It looked like a C-section scar on a day stripper that has to pick up her Down syndrome son at 4.
You're like, I've seen this before. I've tipped this before. No. So how long? Is it like a 3-inch scar?
It's about 6 inches.
Wow. It's bigger than your penis.
Whoa! Save it. You're funny.
You should tell the ladies what's bigger, my scar or my...
No, dude, here's a downside.
Yeah.
My immune system is down by 70% forever because my body wants to reject the kidney.
Right. But listen, there's guys like, George Lopez.
No, I know that.
All across...
They're living normal life.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm living normal now, and it's 24 days.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is... I don't know what I'm saying.
No, you're thinking about like, okay, here's the deal, because I thought you were going to be like in bed, asleep.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at.
Your relatives came out.
Came. I thought the first 2 or 3 weeks, I would be in a fetal position because it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Drinking water out of a bowl with a straw because I couldn't even lift my head.
Yeah.
And again, 5 days ago, I was walking around Venice Beach, and I'm up and around. And the pain in the spot reduces by about 5 to 7% a day.
Wow.
So it's been 24, it's down to...
Yeah, because I remember talking to you during that time. Like, at first you're like, I don't want to go out. I'm afraid to walk because what if I fall and the thing rips open? But now you're like starting to... You got cleared to drive. When you said I should walk around a park, is the last thing I could ever think of. But I went to Venice Beach and walked around. I bought souvenirs. I watched them play basketball. Because you got to get the sun and you don't want to...
and a lot of people said you're going to feel better. And when I was on dialysis, I never really felt bad. Like a lot of people they thought I was they thought I was in a wheelchair already because I needed a kidney.
Right.
The story is very weird. So I would do dialysis 3 days a week, but I had to take a nap when I got home. So 3 days a week, from 5 a.m. to 10, then sleep from 11 to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much time I have. And but I didn't feel bad other than the sleep. So I feel good. People say I look more like George Clooney.
So it's interesting. Now you don't have. So your life, you're noticing you're having more time because you don't have to go to dialysis 3 days a week.
Watch this. I have to go all the way to Cedars on the edge of Beverly Hills Tuesday and Friday, right? Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah.
And it's a couple of hours while you're there, and I still have 50 more. Yeah, I notice how much free time I have.
And do you feel like you still have to take naps all the time like you did before?
No, I only took about 2 naps in 24 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because you're getting a good night's rest. And
I don't know. Yeah. Watch this. And dialysis did make me feel better. Dialysis cleaned my blood.
Yeah.
So I felt okay for that 3 years.
Wow.
But the waiting list is 8 or 9 years if no one gives you one.
Gosh.
And everyone in there, dude,
yeah.
They don't just wheel them in gurneys.
Yeah.
If they're really old, they carry you in a bag. It's a hammock-like device with 2 big handles, and there's an old person just sucked up, covered.
So it's kind of not the most.
It's not the greatest thing to stay on.
Yeah,
it's very sad.
I want you to tell the Pocket Party Podcast viewers and listeners, and thank you guys for listening to this today and watching it. Tell them, I love the story how you finally ventured out and you said, I'm going to go to Venice Beach. But on the way there, you went for the last time to the dialysis.
Oh, okay.
place.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you'd say the last time for the pot store. Because I can't smoke pot. I can't smoke cigars ever again. And I kind of have not missed it in 24 days. I haven't missed it, which I'm glad.
Right.
So right before I left, I said, I just said goodbye to a few guys. I said, I'm going to miss you. And one guy goes, it's a tradition. When you get a kidney, you bring a donut. Mm-hmm. So I was looking forward to letting them know that I'm okay.
Yeah.
So now when I did dialysis, I wore a hooded sweatshirt with the sleeves cut off, with long sleeves underneath, and I used the hood to cover my eyes.
Yeah.
I pull it right down above my eyes and sleep for 2 or 3 hours. So I'll never go there ever again.
How much time went by between the last time they saw you and then after surgery and you're feeling healthy?
Okay. I would say I had the surgery 27. So 325, about 20 days later.
So 3 weeks later.
Yeah, 3 weeks later.
You show up.
I knock on this door. It's kind of like bulletproof. You can't go in.
Yeah.
And I had the long, flat donuts. I like when they stack them high.
Yeah, you had a donut box you're holding.
Big, flat box that's flappy. I'm holding the donuts like this.
Microphone, yeah.
And my nurse, a Filipino guy with dreadlocks, answers the door, and he just looks at me. And I said, special delivery. And thinking he's going to go, oh, John DiResta. He goes, for who? We don't take a delivery. I said, John DiResta. He goes, John DiResta, no, here no more. He got a new kidney.
Wow.
He didn't even know it was me.
Wow.
I had the tan, the short hair, the George Clooney thing.
Yeah.
He goes, that you? You John DiResta?
Oh, wow.
I said, yeah. I said, these are for you. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're okay. You look good. I'm so glad. And he goes to shut the door, and I step out, and I go, this is a bigger moment.
Yeah.
And it's never going to happen again.
Right.
So I just stepped 2 feet in, and he goes, John DiResta, bring a donut. So he got all the nurses' attention, and they're all kind of walking towards me.
Yeah.
And they said, how is you and how are you, son? I said, we're both doing great. And everyone clapped. And they didn't just clap, they were all smiling.
Wow.
It was like they see so much bad news in there that I got out. I'm Johnny Houdini. I don't know if you know that. That's where you're supposed to laugh. I'm Johnny Houdini.
No, it's not funny. It's a touching moment.
All right, watch this.
I want some donuts now.
So they all started to clap, and they all have a mask on, but you can see their eyes are smiling.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you so much. I love you guys. And as I turned around, one lady yelled, we see you on your next TV show. Like, she just knew it was going to happen.
Wow.
And I got in the car, and I started to cry. And I said that I should have videotaped that. But Seth Schultz always said, it's in here, and it would have been good for a documentary. However, if I'm doing that, it might not have been the same moment.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it was very nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, I might even bring him donuts again.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? And by the way, that's a great story. Great story. Pound it.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I love it. No, but here's speaking of donuts, this has nothing to do with what you're saying, but I just heard this great quote today.
Go ahead.
Somebody offered Rob Lowe some donuts, big movie star actor, and they go, "You don't want any donuts?" And you know what he said? This is good. Headliners don't eat donuts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love donuts, right? I was a cop.
Yeah.
I love donuts. It's a dumb joke, but and I kind of didn't take care of my blood sugar for years. You know what I mean? I'm jacked up for a reason. So I would eat donuts. I would eat sugar. So the last 4 or 5 weeks before I bring donuts every Sunday to the Anna Walt Lumber.
Yeah.
Every Sunday I bring a dozen, and I don't even think of eating one.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even think of it.
Yeah.
Similar to the marijuana and the cigars. There's a cigar in my fridge right now, and it's like calling my name.
But you're like, I don't need it. You know, it's funny you say the thing about donuts. I did get some donuts a couple of weeks ago, and I hadn't had them in like a year, like maybe longer than a year.
Right.
And I said, you know what? Let me get one of these, one of those, one of this, one of that. And afterwards, I was like, it wasn't that good. There was only one donut that was good out of all of them. But you did that thing because it's that memory of childhood, you know?
Well, fast food was a treat when I was a kid. Yeah. Now it's cat food on a bun.
Right.
And I went through... Now think about it. For the last month,
what you mean by that? It doesn't taste good. When you're a kid, it was delicious, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, eh.
I went through McDonald's drive-thru twice today, and both times I got a coffee.
Wow, that's good. Yeah.
I wanted one quick burger, but they told me to stay away from fast food. You know what else they told me to say?
This is interesting, guys. They told them to stay away from fast food,
food trucks,
and
food huts. You know, the little like a hut that's set up.
Yeah.
And watch this, leftovers.
Wow.
My own leftovers. Because my immune system is knocked down, and anything like that could catch a germ.
Wow.
I said, what about tattoos? They said you should wait a year or probably never get another one. Guess why? It could get infected.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Right. And see that thing in my arm where they stuck the needles?
Yeah.
I had one doctor say it comes out in a year, and another doctor went, shut the door and goes, it's one less thing that could get fucked up. Leave it in. Yeah.
Yeah. What about large audiences? Can you be in front of large crowds?
I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, that's good.
No. She just said avoid small places with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So even in the next couple of sets I might do, as soon as I come off, I might put a mask on. You know what I mean? Well,
yeah. Doesn't work though, right? The masks?
It does for I know you're anti-Fauci.
Yeah.
But it just keeps them from breathing on me.
Right.
Like, watch this. I can't get on a plane tomorrow.
Right.
And it's not because of this.
Yeah.
It's because everyone on the plane has AIDS. And they're breathing their AIDS into me.
Oh, gosh. That's a joke, guys, in case I don't want this thing
No, it's not.
No, I don't want to get my channel in trouble.
No.
For this
Everybody there's a lot of sick people on a plane.
Yeah.
There's more sick people on a plane than there is in this room. That's basically it. So, and my girlfriend lives 2,700 miles away. Ouch and zing.
That's cool. You guys do you could do FaceTime. Do you like FaceTime or just an audio phone call?
Dude, it's weird. She is the most beautiful woman I ever hung out with. And for some reason, she doesn't like the way she looks. So when we do FaceTime, it's more of a treat.
Yeah.
And she looks beautiful. But she doesn't like to do it. If that it's hard
because I prefer audio. Like I don't like looking. Gotta look at the screen. I like doing other stuff when I'm on the phone. And
I had another girlfriend. I got hoes in different area codes. I had a girlfriend in Pennsylvania, and we did a lot of that. Just back and forth, and I liked it. I mean, I liked my new thing is audio. Hey, it's me.
Oh, like a 1 minute audio message or whatever. That's funny. Hey, I know what I was going to tell you. Man, I had a wild experience on Sunday. I got hired to be an actor in downtown Los Angeles. It was like this 6-story building, and the studio was up on the 6th story. And number one, it's like good, not like your good news, bad news, but it's like good news, bad news. Good news is, hey, you got this acting gig. We're going to pay you. We'll need you for a couple hours on a Sunday. Perfect. Bad news, for my mind, it's downtown Los Angeles.
There's a lot of bums.
I don't want to go to downtown Los Angeles.
There's a lot of homeless people. Even watch this. A comedian I'm friends with goes, I'm doing a good deed tomorrow. I'm going to be feeding the homeless on Skid Row.
Dang.
And I got right on the thing. I said, there's zero upside.
Yeah.
As much as you think you're helping them, they're disgusting. The odds of them harming you go up 10,000 times if you're in close proximity.
Yeah.
And it takes that long to stab you in the throat.
And because
see how quick that was?
Yeah, mental institutions. It's like they don't have them like they used to.
It's Fauci's fault.
It was 6 hour. I was right near the 6th Street building, the 6th Street Bridge.
I'm not sure which bridge that is, but I think
it's the one that's in the news all the time.
What exit is it?
I don't know, but it's called the 6th Street Bridge.
Yeah, no, I know it's in the news. I wish I knew.
It's the one where they like today they did a street takeover and the cars are burning. And then they took the copper out and all the lights are off. So it's like this big, beautiful bridge that they're all proud of, and then it's just covered in like bullshit. So anyways, I go down. The studio that I filmed at was like near the 6th Street Bridge, like right across the street. And what do I see? A gang of like 75 to 100 teenagers coming from East LA across the bridge, like right toward me. Did I tell you this already?
On motorcycles?
Yes. Those little motorcycles that they do, the street takeover ones. Where they run right through the red light and all the cars have to stop because all the motorcycles are going like just.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, at one point my car was surrounded and I'm driving like, let me just go 20 miles an hour because you want to accidentally hit somebody. Now you get swarmed and they drag you out of your car and next thing you know, you're like Reginald and Denny, so. From the Rodney King incident. But so
can't we all just get along,
dude? That was it was the weirdest feeling of like, it was daytime, so I didn't feel that threatened. But it doesn't feel good to have 100.
It very quickly went into a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Do you, I don't mean to cut you off. Can I tell you what happened to me?
Yeah.
I was in a police van, and it said Transit Police on the side. It had our logo. That logo right there.
Yeah.
And in big letters, it said Homeless Outreach.
Yeah.
Right? We would drive around. All we carried was a gun and a windbreaker that said Homeless Outreach Transit.
Yeah.
And we have a box of food in the back. It's like a church van with like 6. So Rodney King gets beat up.
1992, I think. Right?
1992.
Yeah.
Watch this. One of my wood shop landlords goes, "Oh, yeah, Rodney King." He said, "My friend named George Holiday called and said, 'Hey, Nort, I just bought a video camera. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.'" 6 hours later, George Holiday videotaped Rodney King outside his window.
Wow.
The night Rodney King was beat up, a lot of people in New York got riled up.
Yeah.
Of a certain
because it looked terrible, right?
Section.
Yeah, it looked like they were just beating him with the sticks. Yeah. At the time, in the LAPD, it's in the patrol guide. You can beat till they submit. That's why he keeps getting hit. He didn't submit. They were found not guilty, not because it was in Simi Valley, the trial. They were found not guilty because it said in the patrol guide, you can beat till they submit. And who put that in there? A racist?
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean? So,
so
I work 9 at night to 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we get a pickup at 125th Street in Harlem. Me and Kenny Gellino, another cop. And we have to drive right past the Apollo. You follow?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're surrounded by about 500 people.
Wow.
And we're driving 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You know, you have to move.
Does it say anywhere on your van?
It says Transit Police.
It says the word police.
Yeah, it says Transit Police Homeless Outreach. But all they saw was police.
Yeah.
And I said, I forget who was driving. And I said, dude, I'm not getting beat to death tonight. I took my gun out. Granted, it was rusted shut. But it was in my hand like this. And if someone broke a window, they were getting right in the forehead.
Yeah. How many bullets did that gun
5.
have?
It was a little gun.
Oh, wow.
Not 9mm.
I always think they have 6 bullets. They only had 5.
My service weapon had 6. but it's big and heavy.
Yeah.
Then, all we're going to do is pick up bums and sleep.
Yeah.
This
is 5.
Well, so you only need...
And how many did your friend have?
Central, be advised, I'm telling him to drop the milk and move away from the sandwich.
And
Go
then,
ahead. How many what?
And then your partner, his probably had 5 or 6.
Yeah, everyone carried a little gun.
So you had 10 bullets, and you're like, and there's 500 people.
If one person got shot in the face, they would back off.
You would hope.
So we drove just 2 miles an hour.
But you don't want to have to do that. It's like...
We drove 2 miles an hour, and no one punched the van.
Good.
No, but they were, yelling and,
at you or just at the public?
No, at us.
Oh, damn.
We were in their area.
Was anybody like looking right at you?
Yeah, they were doing that.
Oh my gosh.
That scared me.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, they were doing that. But they didn't start to...
Pick the van up and rock it and stuff.
Flip it over.
So nobody jumped on your van?
Nobody threw... Like, now they throw rocks and bricks.
Yeah.
No one did that.
Wow.
Not even a water bottle.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I got to admit, from the time they swarmed us till we broke free, was probably 3.5, 4 minutes. But it was a long 3.5, 4 minutes.
Where you're like, yeah.
And now you know what it says on the LAPD has like an emblem on the side of the police car. If you ever looked at it really close, do you know what it says?
No.
We treat everyone like a king. Rodney King.
'Cause I'm hacky. Wow, that's crazy. I thought you were going to say it has a decal that in that situation they can flip a button and the thing turns over. Roto-rooter plumber.
That's funny.
We're not cops.
That's funny. Well, watch this. When it got in the winter, the 2 guys are in a van, 3 guys are in a van. There's 2 vans, and there's a big, huge city bus with no logos on it. And once the sergeant sees us, we take our windbreaker off and put on a flannel shirt. So no one knows we're cops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in the winter, we went out with a very big bus. But since the MTA was lending us a bus for the night, we got the bus with no heat, rats, and cockroaches. No heat. 30 degrees.
Cold out there.
Yeah. But you weren't at least identifiable.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a weird feeling when I was, it was best case scenario because it was like Sunday during the day, no civil unrest. But you could see, like, if there's 100 people, like 75 to 100 people, and like I said, they passed me, and then some of the stragglers.
No, dude, watch it. If for some reason they didn't like something you did by accident, like you changed lanes.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
You're in a no-win situation.
Because at one point, like the light was red, and they just all kept going through, and all the cars had to stop and let them go through. Right. And then eventually, when the light turned green, then the car, then I'm at the stoplight, and then the stragglers, they pulled up behind me, and they had to stop because cross traffic was going.
Yeah,
so now I'm like surrounded by these teenagers. Also, I feel like when you're a little older, there's like I don't know. Teenagers have nothing to lose, and they don't know. They think it might be funny just to, like you said, kick your car.
They don't think anything about safety.
Yeah, it's kind of funny too. Like
when they were all around you, you could have rolled down the window.
Yeah.
And started saying, just yell any word. I like my.
I like my women. I like my street takeover.
Yeah. We rule the streets.
We run the streets. We're not scared of nothing. What if they recognize you? But they. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was. But it just shows you like the power of like. A lot of people, how they just ran through the red light.
The mob rules.
What could do? And you get 100 people together, they could do anything. They could run in a store and just steal something, grab something. It's like
Black Sabbath has a song, "The Mob Rules."
Wow. Do you realize how vulnerable you kind of are? But luckily in society, we don't really do that too much.
Dude, I heard a woman and a child was killed in Burbank.
Yeah.
Did you know about that? I
saw that. Yeah.
Where? And how?
I believe it was a stabbing, and it's sad because the lady was a teacher. And the guy that did it, there was I could get the facts wrong, but I believe he was 30. But they showed him when he was in high school, and then some of the people were shocked because he was like good grades, fast runner.
And he killed a kid?
No, he killed the teacher
on purpose.
I believe so. And he stabbed her daughter. Yeah. I don't know the details, but it's really like...
I think every day you wake up and you're able... when I go to bed tonight...
And it was early in the morning, too, like 6 in the morning or something, like crazy like that. Like
when I go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock at night the last 24 days, I'm like just glad I'm in a warm bed. I have a roof over my head.
Yeah.
Like it's expensive. I rent. I'm only 61. I rent, and it's pretty expensive. But I have 2 driveways... 3 bedrooms, a podcast studio that I could build, that went back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm able to afford it. And this might be the very first house built in the San Fernando Valley. This house was built in 1920. It's 106 years old.
Wow.
Most every house you see was made in the 60s in the valley. And this house sits on a slab.
Wow.
It's not connected. So when there's an earthquake, it just goes bunk, 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 bunk.
Well, your house does?
Yeah.
Wow,
It goes from one end to the other.
Oh, well, yeah, because this is probably like farmland. And this is like a country house.
Well, all of
Probably.
right. Well, watch this. I never thought of that. All of the San Fernando Valley was orange groves.
Yeah.
Bought by Bing Crosby and Bob Hope for $4 an acre.
Wow.
And they were told they were crazy.
Wow.
They were told it was useless. So now people at home don't know this. We when we take a walk, we get to pick oranges and other kind of fruit, from other people's trees that's actually edible.
That's cool.
I lived in Valley Village with a huge backyard, like the size of like 2 houses could have been there.
Yeah.
And it was overgrown.
Wow.
It was a rental.
Yeah.
So it just all these trees were overgrown, and there was oranges, lemons, some kind of melon that like we didn't know what name it was.
Kumquat.
No, a big like a cantaloupe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a backyard growing up?
I did, and we had an above ground pool.
Oh, that's cool. So did we. Yeah.
Now watch this. This is what white trash we were. Instead of covering the pool, my dad would empty it to 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
And we would ice skate.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's only 18 feet across.
Yeah.
So you turned your feet out and you just skated in a circle. For real.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, he didn't get that cold in Fresno where I grew up to do that, but I do remember every summer like filling it, and then we only had it for a while.
But we did have a backyard.
That's cool.
And then for about a year and a half, Fran and I and the 3 little kids lived on the grounds of a mental home. So imagine a mental home that was in like maybe Ace Ventura, big brick building, and then hundreds of acres of trees, so it's peaceful.
Wow. Yeah.
So a friend of mine bought this broken down mental home called Falkirk Estates. In 1880, the owner helped invent the electric chair. So he said, big black gates, and then you drive like a mile.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, you see his house was the main house.
Yeah.
He was the doctor's house.
Yeah, and that's where you lived?
No, not at all. Dude, we looked in the mental ward. He had just bought it like a day before. We walked through a mental hospital that had was been closed for 50 years.
Wow.
So it looked like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest meets a horror movie. Yeah. Big probes that they stick in your rectum.
Yeah, and dust and dirt everywhere.
Everywhere. Things
droppings from
hanging
rats.
down. And he goes, I could put a door here. I could put a kitchen in room 106.5, and then 106.4 is a bedroom. Like literally cut the end of a mental ward.
Wow. And where did you guys live there?
No. Don't rush the story.
Yeah.
I said, dude, there's no neighbors, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
And I said, you got anything else? And he goes, come to think of it, the groundskeeper, he's got a barn, he's got horses, he's got wild chickens, and the backyard is 15 acres.
Wow.
So we drove down the hill, and I looked at it, and I said, it's like 3 stories.
Yeah.
And there's nothing around it except barns and trees.
Upstate New York?
Upstate New York, 50 miles north of Manhattan, in a town called Central Valley, or Harriman, people will know, or Woodbury Commons is a big mall. So he goes, let's go look at the... dude, it was nice. It was like a real house.
Wow.
And right there was a barn with wild horses. Right there was live chickens. And... goat. There was a goat.
Wow.
My son almost got...
He almost got touched by a goat?
He got...
Yeah.
That thing was up on him and going to town. He got by a goat.
Wow.
Yeah, don't ever say anything.
That's funny.
Unlike a penny that wants to fuck a goat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can cut that out.
All right.
Yeah, look at the time code.
I know. Thank you. I have to now. Yeah. Was it nice to
So watch this.
To get off the main road and go up that 1 mile?
It was fantastic.
That I would love.
It was lonely but yet quaint, and we didn't have an address. The guy lived in a mental ward and he was the housekeeper. Mm-hmm. I said, what's the address? He goes, there isn't one. He had to make up, his wife's name was Carla. We lived at 2 Carla Lane, Central Valley.
So the post office would be able to send you something?
We had to have, but dude, no TV, no cable. That was rough.
Wow.
That was rough.
What years were these?
Not like 92, 93.
Oh, wow. There's nothing good on TV back then.
No, but dude, he said, if you run your own cable, I bought a cable that must have been, looked like fishing equipment. Like it had to be 5,000 feet long. And I'm throwing it over trees and I
gotta watch TV.
And I get it. I get it to the street, and he goes, "Forget it. That's not going to work." So then we got some kind of box or some. Yeah. But we were watching the news in Lexington, Kentucky. You know what I mean? One of those deals. Yeah. We're missing all the regular shows. But here's the fun part. Two things happened. Wayne was his name. He said, "I got an extra snowmobile. Take it for the winter." We had this huge snowmobile. I could seat 3 or 4 adults, everyone holding on. Yeah. And dude, the size of a football field, but through the trees, and then we hit the everyone hits the dude for the whole winter. And then we lived there only 3 days, and there's a big barn, and a guy pulls up in a green van at 10 in the morning, and he leaves at 8 at night. Next day, I don't even see him. I just see the green van, and I said to Fran, I got to know what this guy's doing. To me, it looks like he's selling marijuana. Yeah. Not that I'm going to be a cop. I got to know. I'm nosy. I'm a nosy prick.
Yeah.
I open the door, and it's hundreds of old wooden planks, all stacked up nice and neat. And he taught me how to build rustic furniture.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So you kind of already knew some stuff, and then he showed
I was crafty already, and he said, dude, you put 4 rails, stick 4 legs in, screw the top down. Now you sell this for $500-$700.
Wow!
But with reclaimed wood, and he even went and took barns down in Canada. It was like a whole weekend. Oh. They brought drugs, they brought alcohol, and during the day they took planks down and de-nailed them.
Do you have any idea how tall every door frame is?
I know that they're usually like 30 to 36 wide, 82.
I don't know. I know feet and inches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
7 feet is 84.
Oh, I saw this guy. I think he was 6'9", and he told me, he goes, yeah, I don't really, I'm not that into being tall anymore. Like, I go, what? I go, when did it get old for you? He goes, right around 6'5". I was like, this is tall enough, but I kept growing. He goes, but he told me that every door frame is 6'8", and he's 6'9", so he has to like duck under the. If I remember correctly.
Right. Well, watch this.
If you're tall and you're listening or watching.
What I learned from him is that every table is 30 high.
Yeah.
And every seat is 18. So if you go to a flea market and you see a bench that's 19 or 20 or 14 or 15, this guy has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
And now watch this. This table's 30, right?
Yeah.
But if I showed you 30 in an empty house, that it's here.
Yeah.
You would go, you're not making my table to that size. I go, okay, what size? Well, 34. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, because it looks tiny? It looks small.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
If I make this at 34 and you're sitting like this and you want me to cut it shorter, it's going to cost you a lot of money because I can avoid that problem.
Yeah.
Right? So 30 and 18. Or, watch this.
Yeah, this feels exactly like the one at my house. You're right.
You're going high,
yeah.
All you need is 12 inches from the table to the ass seat. 12 inches. You dig what I mean?
So then you have to have taller chair, taller table.
Yeah, so watch this. When I started to make taller chairs, I didn't know where to put a footrest. So I'd have Matt sit, he'd hike his feet up, I'd draw a line, and guess what I found out?
What?
If you want to put your feet down at 18, I just make the footrest 18 from the top.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Doesn't matter. That's the ratio.
I hate when there's like a tall chair and there's nowhere to put your feet, and your feet are kind of dangling.
No, it's
uncomfortable, right?
I never sit on a tall chair.
Yeah, I like and when I'm in a restaurant, I prefer a booth. I like the booth. It sits down, and except when you remember back when did you ever get so big, overweight that you couldn't sit in a booth?
No, I never remember that, but I will tell you this: I was I broke at least one, if not 2 chairs. Oh. I was a chair crusher.
Yeah, that happens.
But it was like a woven, what is that stuff called?
Wicker.
It was wicker and old and dried out.
Yeah.
And I sat on it, it just kept going. It didn't even stop. But now I'm on the balls of my ass with people at a party. And it takes me 12 maneuvers to get up.
Yeah. Was it a fast drop or was it slow when it broke?
It went right down. However, I'm sure, I don't think you know this, I get hired to dress nice and be funny at big Hollywood parties. I just stand in the corner. that guy looks like George Clooney, and he has pot. I don't have pot anymore, but when I go to these parties, people like, hey, you smoke a joint? I'm friends with the... Yeah, That's what I was hired for.
Oh, now you could tell them I'm a kidney transplant. I don't do weed.
Yeah. I have 3 kidneys.
Yeah.
No ass. Yeah. 9. When I surf, I hang 9.
I hang 9, yeah.
Okay. So, you might know this guy. We're at the party, and all of a sudden, some guy goes, hey, are you John DiResta? He said, yeah. He goes, Tim Conway Jr. told me you were really funny.
Oh, that's cool.
I said, I loved him. It was the guy, he has it every Tuesday night. Mark something. So he's a very funny DJ guy.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, let's get it. The owner of the house is Rick. You called me funny. I cracked him up. I had his number within a second. I had him cracking up for like 15 minutes. Someone goes, let's get a picture. The 3 of us are all like this.
Arm in arm.
Arm in arm. And the woman says, can everyone take 1 step back? And both my legs just hit a solid thing.
Ooh.
Now I'm going back. And I had 15 thoughts. So just to answer your question, it seemed like it took a minute. I just went, I hope I don't fall into a glass table. I hope I don't get injured and embarrass myself. I hope I don't knock this big speaker into the pool, fall into the pool, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
All this went through my head. And thank God I just fell on my ass, balls on my ass at a big Hollywood party, and they picked me up real quick. And I was so glad that the knee didn't hurt, the foot didn't hurt. I didn't fall through a glass table.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to wrap up the podcast. I want to ask you one last thing. If there's any words of wisdom, something you could tell our viewers, our listeners, something you've learned through this incredible journey you've gone through.
For some reason, I've remained very positive. And I remain positive at the beginning, through it, all it. And I don't get mad, get funny. Have you ever heard that statement?
Yeah.
I mean, that's I'm going to say that.
I mean, I've heard it from you, but
don't get mad, get funny.
Yeah.
And
because I remember I told you, I go, dude, you have such a sunny disposition. Like, how are you doing it? And because I think you could talk to people that might have to go through something like this in the future.
Well, watch this. My phone number's already been given out to be a liaison. If you have to have dialysis,
or you could just DM him, message him, comment.
But I'm saying my name is already out there for people. Oh, dude, I already got a phone call. A guy I went to high school with. I spoke to him for an hour.
Yeah.
Guess what he texted me? I feel way better about this whole thing.
Okay, good.
I needed that phone call.
Yeah.
So I would say don't get mad, get funny if you can.
What does that mean?
It just means instead of being bitter, for us at least, it's in your act. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I tell Leslie, my girlfriend, that I declared bankruptcy twice, she thinks it's the biggest deal. She's like, I can't believe you even, like, she still thinks like it fucking matters. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who cares? I'm a white trash animal with money.
You're like, what am I going to do?
I was living like a black guy with a hit record.
Yeah.
Pound it.
Hello.
That one you better leave in.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Darren didn't say it. Didn't tell me to say it.
Right.
Right. So Barry Katz said it. You're living like a black guy with a hit record. Okay. So don't get mad, get funny, and you have to have an attitude of gratitude. The fact that I didn't die that night. Watch this. They said there's a good percentage where you're in for a week and you have to get reoperated on because something's not connected.
Wow.
And here's another thing. Do you know the only way to get to the kidney? The wrong way. 16 French. That's the gauge.
Wow.
How's that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yikes.
And guess how many times they had a...
Catheter. He's talking about a catheter.
Kathy who?
Catheter.
Cafeteria?
Yeah. So you
so the only way to get to the kidney is through the joint.
Wow.
And it's not fun. But what I'm getting at is I'm not dead. I'm not crippled. I'm not broke. I've been broke a lot in my life. Right now, that's what I was getting at. I'm such a white trash animal. I would pay like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and he'd get his month.
Yeah.
2 weeks, you know what I mean? Whatever equaled my, 700, 900, you know what I mean? And just the other day, he sent money, Jerry Yang, my landlord. He said, I send you 500 and your son. I hope you have the best of luck. And see what I did there?
Yeah.
Don't cut it.
I won't.
Grow a dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not me. It's Hey, you send me 500. I don't care. Yeah.
So you have to have an attitude of gratitude. You dig what I mean?
Yeah.
You got it. Like, you have a nice wife. You have a son that's not a drug addict, that doesn't live on the streets.
Man,
didn't stab. Look, watch this. Yeah. Your son and my son didn't stab and kill someone today. I
know. That's sad. It's sad, right?
No, it's not sad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It's happy that both of our kids are right now doing something they like.
Yeah.
My son does tattoos. Your son is a fantastic musician.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Us, the bass boss.
And everything we do can be written about, joked about, or put in an act or a one-man show. Let me tell you you have time?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the last 3 or 4 days, I'm like, I have 50 pre-made benches. And I put them on, instead of all these different prices, $99. And guess what? People are showing up. And then 90 cash or 99 Zelle or PayPal.
Oh, I like that.
So like
the 2 different prices.
So 3 days ago, I sold one. And they're all warned. I can't carry anything heavy.
Yeah.
You want that one at the bottom? You have to take it out. And I just stand there and watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. So I was like 100. The next day, I sold 2 for 200. Then a woman wanted a custom bench with really 400-year-old wood I have from a ship, and it's only 4 feet long. I said, it's $400. She goes, what if I pay all up front? I said, $375. All right? So yesterday, I think I sold one. Yesterday I delivered to Ojai.
Yeah.
For $300.
Yeah.
Right? You're sitting
great.
in your car listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Midday, no traffic. So today, I get a text at 11:30 that I don't even know the woman, don't know her.
Yeah.
She says, hey, John, my name's Emma. Can I be there by noon and buy one bench? I said, yeah. What are you looking for? 48. So now I'm getting them ready. There's that one. There's that one. If you want to dig it out.
Yeah.
So she, as she goes to Zelle me $100 and she makes small talk. I said, what do you do for a living? She said, I'm in the film industry. I said, what do you do? She says, I want to be a camera woman. She goes, I said, well, I'm in the movie Miss Congeniality. And she goes, my dad was the first AD. I said, when your dad did a movie gig and your mom, because I remember this guy saying, because I was going home on the weekends, right? I'm a movie star. I come back to LA on the weekend, right? So I said to this guy, you don't go home? He said, oh, no, wherever we go, my wife and I, we stay the whole time. We're committed. We don't want to spend money on the weekend.
Yeah.
So today, this customer who I met for 1.5 minutes, I said, when your dad did a gig and your mom, they don't come home. She goes, how do you know that? I said, your dad was in Miss Congeniality with me, and I remember him telling me that. She goes, my dad was his first assistant director. She goes, and my mom was wardrobe on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. So that's strange. So then a guy comes to look. I closed him yesterday. 4 or 5 benches for a Thai restaurant, and he looks like
that's cool.
He looks like a Hell's Angels, tattoos, and he's funny. I said, dude, you don't do stand up. I thought about it. I'm gonna get up and what if they don't laugh, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, I used to be an actor. I said, no more. So today he comes back, and I know he's going to buy 4 or 5. There's a big sale.
Yeah.
And some of these benches have an inch of dust on them. They're in the corner. I made them 5 years ago. Yeah. So I got to blow all the dust. He comes, he's funny, loading the truck. I said, dude, you should do stand-up. And I said, I'm in a movie with Robert De Niro. And he goes like this, I'm in 2 movies with him. I said, what movies are you in? He goes, I'm in Analyze That and Analyze This. I said, you were? He goes, yeah. He goes, I know De Niro. I go, who do you play? And I'm thinking it's going to be the guy at the baseball game that's buying the hot dog, like comedians. That's my arm. At the deli counter, that's my elbow.
Yeah, slow it down. Rewind it. That's my arm right there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. He goes, I'm Billy Crystal's son. And I said, that was Jonah Hill. He goes, that was me. I was fat. I said, dude, you were funny. He goes, I know. That was his son. He was funny. So I said, the last time this is where it gets even weirder. I go, the last time I saw De Niro was at the table read for Analyze That, the shitty one. And from across the room, he smiled and waved me over. So instantly I go, Robert De Niro remembers me. And he's smiling.
Yeah.
Him and Howard Stern smile when they see me. And that's a lot. He goes like this. I walk up, I go, John DiResta, 15 minutes. He goes, I know. What do you think? I'm fucking stupid? He's funny.
Yeah.
I said, no, it's been a year. He goes, what are you doing? The runaround with the stand-up? Like he knew the fucking hustle. Yeah. I go, I was hoping for a 15 minutes part 2, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So now I'm having an inside joke with Robert De Niro about a flop movie we're in.
Yeah.
That no one very rarely does to him.
Yeah.
They treat him like he's God. I've been there where people speak to Steven Spielberg like he's from another planet instead of treating him like a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't mean to drop names. And Michael Caine told me it was rude. So I go, the last time I saw De Niro was at the table read for Analyze This. Or that, the second one.
Yeah.
He goes, dude, I was at the table read. There was 11 of us. I said there was 11 actors. I played Meatball number 7.
Yeah.
He goes, there was 11 of us. He goes, I don't remember you. I go, I don't remember you. And I remember almost everybody.
And this is Jonah Hill you're talking to?
No. It's the guy that I thought was Jonah Hill.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
In other words, I thought Jonah Hill was that son.
Yeah.
This is the actor that played the son.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. So he was in 1 and 2.
So I don't recognize you. You don't recognize. There's 11 of us.
Yeah. And then he goes, before, he goes, there was a hotel in Beverly Hills. I said, yeah. He goes, on the ground floor. I said, yeah. I said, with a lot of uptight representatives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was not a loose, fun feeling.
Right.
It was like, Mr. De Niro, we're going to start in 10 minutes. Like, they can't just treat him like a human being.
Right.
But so De Niro says to me, sometimes you put your heart and soul into these things and they just don't work out. About our movie. And I think 15 minutes is great. And he said he had a life-changing moment with Robert De Niro that day. Because he was like a 15 or 16-year-old kid. And De Niro said, you're really good at this, so you're going to keep it up. And he said, I said to him, I think I'm going to open a business. And he goes, that was the biggest mistake of my life. That was the last movie I did. And he owns a Thai restaurant. And he actually had regret that he didn't remain an actor.
Really?
Yeah. Because usually when you kind of do something that has a meat and potatoes like that, you're hoping for the next one.
Right.
But then 24 years goes by.
Oh.
And you're doing podcasts with what's your name again?
Darren Carter, the party starter.
Oh, that's right.
No, but also with COVID and stuff. Like, did his restaurant last through the...
he went to business, quote unquote, but the restaurant he has now, he's owned for 6 years. So I got the gist. He just did something.
Imagine owning a restaurant for 6 years. It opened in 2020 and it's 2026. I mean, those were like the first 2 years were rough, I bet.
All I'm getting at, it was weird that I'm in both of their lives. And when you make a piece of furniture, you're in that person's life
Where's the Thai restaurant?
24/7. Yeah. Down Ventura.
What city?
Right where Barham and Ventura.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's
right there. It's across the bridge.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right on the right.
Do you want to go there sometime?
Yeah, of course.
Is it vegetarian or no? No, because I'm thinking of something else. There's a vegetarian
I don't know.
Restaurant. I want to go to I love Thai food.
Dude, it'll be on the
Yeah. Hey.
That means, right?
Yeah. Free
food.
Yeah.
Schnurra.
Be like, hey, remember me? I was in De Niro with you, you know.
Yeah. No, dude, we made friends because I said to him, dude, you should start, because he looks like a guy that might be in AA or NA. And he's looking to fill it.
Analyze this, analyze that, and now his restaurant's called Analyze Thai. You can use that.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Just what I'm getting at is, if you look at life, I guess you and I are very lucky. We are comedians. Some of us are actors.
I acted on Sunday. I acted more recently than you did.
You acted I'm acting right now that I'm happy with you.
He's jealous.
Watch it. No. What I'm getting at is, if you treat all this shit like an adventure,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's just that these two people, this random, and the one guy was really funny. Like I said, but you know what he did? I gave him too much credit. And yesterday he goes, "If you don't mind, I tape record my sketches."
Oh no!
Yeah,
can I play them for you?
Just this one is about dog shit. I wouldn't.
The topics are
Yeah. I gotta listen. I picked up the wrong. I
don't want to go to that Thai restaurant now.
What I'm getting at is, even right now while we're talking, I see a muskrat on my phone. Do you want me to read it? It's an interested.
Yeah, and then we'll wrap up the podcast. So he just, as we're talking, he got a little alert like that
FaceTime.
Somebody may want to.
Hey, John, do you recall meeting this guy at Dr. Cody's Christmas party? Might be Dr. O'Donnell. I think his name is Rachel Scher. Oh, okay. So that was not someone wanting to buy furniture. But I thought it was Facebook Marketplace. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, listen. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. And any parting words you want to say? Right to that camera lens, right there.
Yeah. Attitude of gratitude. You have to. If you're broke and you have your health, you can get out of it. In other words, you know what I mean. You just have to appreciate. I have 3 kids out in this world, and a grandson, and a son-in-law. So I'm the leader of this little group of 5 people. So when I see I'm home, I'm okay, the door is locked, or I could buy my son a Meatball Hero.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he could fix my phone.
That's cool.
You know what's the only good thing about having a son?
Fix your phone.
And
upload your podcast.
Spare parts.
Oh, spare parts. Yeah.
Guess what's the greatest thing about having a grandson? More spare parts.
Dang.
You may want to close on that.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging with us. And
love you, Leslie.
We'll see you on the next one.
Oh, hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Do I have 1 minute?
Yeah.
I'm in love with a woman named Leslie Belli. It's been 45 years in the making. We went to the same high school in Long Island, Hewlett High School. She's 2 years older than me, and I fell in love with her about a year ago. And it's a long way. It's 2,700 miles, but we speak on the phone. We write each other funny stuff. And the few times we've been together, we have a lot of fun.
That's cool.
So I'm just saying that's part of it. So for all you guys out there, go to Grindr so you don't have to deal with a woman.
All right, man. We'll see you next time.
Pound
Later.
it.
Bye.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to The Pocket Party.